This is my action research project presentation for MAT 722. My freshman students are working out twice a week in the fitness center and assigned a third workout as homework to be done outside of class time. My hypothesis was that 90% of my students would maintain or improve their cardiovascular fitness levels attained during the first semester of physical education when they were active in the gym 4 days a week. They will be wearing polar heart rate monitors to ensure that the 3 workouts that they do are in their target heart rate zone. This is important because studies have shown a correlation between cardiovascular fitness levels and obesity. Childhood obesity impacts all the major organ systems and is well known to result in significant morbidity and mortality. Childhood obesity is expected to continue to rise in the next few decades. The worldwide prevalence of childhood overweight and obesity increased from 4.2% in 1990 to 6.7% in 2010. This trend is likely to continue, and the prevalence is expected to reach 9.1%, or 60 million children in 2010. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of mortality and morbidity worldwide. High levels of cardiovascular fitness are associated with a reduction in risk factors related to cardiovascular diseases. Nearly half of American youths aged 12 to 21 years of age are not vigorously active on a regular basis. I believe obesity and cardiovascular fitness are risk factors that can be addressed in my class. In order for an activity to be considered cardiovascular or aerobic exercise, the exercise needs to incorporate the 3 FIT principles of aerobic exercise. F is for frequency. That is the number of aerobic sessions, exercise sessions per week. A minimum of 3 days per week with no more than 2 days off between sessions is recommended. I is for intensity. This refers to how hard you should exercise. Aerobic exercise should take place at a moderate intensity level, not too easy, not too hard. This intensity is ideal for the general health benefits that come with exercise. Exercise intensity is most often measured using heart rate. The recommended heart rate range is 60% to 85% of your maximum heart rate. This is the range for my students is a 135 to 180. T is for time. Each session should last for a minimum of 20 minutes continuous activity per session. Each student will be given a fitness center workout card to fill out each time they are in the fitness center. I will be looking for the following: at least 20 minutes of cardio work in the student's target heart rate zone. This can be done either using the stationary bike, treadmill, or elliptical. At least 1 aerobic exercise session done outside of class. This will be recorded by checking out a heart rate monitor to be taken home, and when the student checks it back in, the heart rate monitor's log will be recorded by date, how much time was in the target heart rate range, and the total exercise time spent. Students will also turn in their activity log showing what they did for their out-of-class workout. When in the fitness center, students will follow a designed workout 2 times a week. They will get a minimum of 2 20-minute cardiovascular sessions using a treadmill, elliptical, or stationary bike. They will wear their polar heart rate monitors that communicate with the equipment, and I will monitor each student's progress through the Polar app on my iPad. With the use of the polar heart rate monitors, there will be no guessing if the student has gotten in their target heart rate range. While in the fitness center, their heart rate will be displayed on the equipment, the stationary bikes, treadmills, and ellipticals, along with the wristwatch that they wear and the teacher's iPad. The out-of-class workout will be recorded on the heart rate monitor watch and then recorded into the teacher's gradebook when the student checks it in with the heart rate monitor. I will model good fitness and demonstrate proper usage of the equipment by working out with the students when appropriate. When I am able to work out with the students, it will demonstrate how age is a factor in determining each individual's target heart rate zone. Their target heart rate zone is 135 to 180. Mine is 100 to 142. The formula for the target heart rate zone is 220 minus your age gives you your max heart rate. Then you take 60% of the max heart rate to get the threshold and 85% of the max heart rate to get the ceiling. And that 60 to 85% is your target heart rate range. All 145 of my students are evaluated on their own baseline data from first semester. Depending on the individual student's fitness levels will determine what their exertion level is needed to reach their target heart rate zone. The fitter the student, the harder they have to work to reach their target heart rate zone, because their hearts are more efficient than the less fit student who gets in their zone easier. But in the end, each student who is working in their individualized target heart rate zone is improving their fitness levels. The baseline data will be the fitness test results from the end of the first semester. My students did the time mile and the fitness gram pacer to evaluate their cardiovascular fitness levels. The first measurable goal was to improve or maintain fitness scores on the time mile from the last week of the first semester to this past week when the students ran their mile for the evaluation of the current cardiovascular fitness levels. The second measurable outcome was to determine that 94% of my students are following the workouts and doing them accordingly in the fitness center the 2 days a week that we are in there. Unfortunately, when it comes to doing the outside of class assignment of logging in 20 minutes of continuous activity, logged on the checked out heart rate monitors, and recording the activity on the student activity log has not gone as well as I had hoped. Only 74% of my students are turning in the heart rate monitor and log sheet correctly to receive all participation points for the out-of-class homework workout. Results for students to maintain or improve cardiovascular fitness levels were this. 20% of the students improved their level of cardiovascular fitness. 55% of the students maintained their level of cardiovascular fitness. So 75% of my students maintained or improved their level of fitness attained from first semester of PE. My goal was that this number would be 90%. Hence, I fell short of my goal or my hypothesis for this class. 25% of my students decreased their level of cardiovascular fitness. 5% of the students who decreased their levels were due to injury or illness. So this 5% made up 22% of the students who showed a decrease in their fitness levels. For the students being able to correctly record their daily workouts on the Fitness Center workout cards, 100% of the students have demonstrated that they know how to correctly fill out their fitness workout cards and fitness log. Unfortunately, 26% of the students have not been filling out the cards and or the fitness logs correctly 100% of the time. For students being able to identify multiple examples of aerobic exercise, 100% of my students were able to give different examples of aerobic exercise in the fitness center and outside of the fitness center. Examples from their log sheets were shoveling snow, cross-country skiing, running, vacuuming, carpet cleaning, mowing the grass, raking, construction labor, biking, hiking, swimming, aerobic dance class, ballet dance, dancing, walking, basketball, and soccer. So there was a wide variety of activities. Of students demonstrating an understanding of how to use the polar heart rate monitors, 100% of my students have demonstrated in class and outside of class that they know how to use the heart rate monitors. Only 74% of my students met the criteria for each out-of-class session using the heart rate monitors as verification of working out. I will continue to collaborate weekly with my fellow health, fitness, physical education teachers as to what is going well in their classes and to share what is going well in my classes. Oops. Here is a list of references that I use for my research. I know it's really tiny. And then there was a second page of references. Thank you for watching and listening to my presentation. You have been a great audience.